Recently, I've been a stand-in in a tournament hosted by your most trusted local shop over at the zoo. With the Twisted Selection tournament, they've rallied the community in super fun games. But how did it work? Each team selected a set of 3 champions for every lane for the enemy team, leaving you 15 champions to choose for the best of 3 selected by your opponent. But here's the catch. Let me pause for a second before we just break this down, okay? You could only pick every champion once. Drafting became an absolute menace, so make sure to deny the enemy power picks even more so. And if you're curious about the results of my games, let's take a look. And we'll break down something very specific for you, so let's give it a go. There's something really special in this video a little bit later, which I'll talk about after the laning phase, so stay tuned. First off, I'm playing Jarvan against Singed. I'm running the Rune Second Wind and I'm playing against a Singed. So what do I do because my champion is stronger? I will assume a very powerful forward position, trying to force trades onto the Singed. Let's take a look. I'm constantly trading him and I'm trying to avoid the poison while zoning him away from my own minions. That way I don't want to give him free XP. If he now approaches these minions here, so I'll pause again. You see these minions here? I will try to fight him again. His champion is not strong enough. Not strong enough. It can never kill me. Second Wind alone is enough to just make sure that he has not a single chance. So he will now walk forward to get these. I will turn around, hit the minion here and then force more trades on him. He might hit level 2, but it doesn't matter. He can't win. I can just space away. Even if he flash flung me, it doesn't matter. You see the healing I have from Second Wind constantly. You see I'm inside of his poison, but it doesn't matter. The Second Wind is healing me against it. So the next thing, he has died now. But what happens next is absolutely crucial for every single laning phase you're going to play in the future. Count the minions. There's currently a minion number advantage on his side. It is more minions than on my side. We have 3 caster minions, 4 if this one is actually a caster minion, I can barely see it, plus 2 melee minions against 2 and 2. That means this wave will automatically push in this direction, so after hitting this minion here, I can just recall and go for a massive spike. With that done, Singed is now in an absolute terrible position because he's forced to overextend brutally. Now next up, I will do something even more important when it comes to laning. So take a good look at the enemy team's damage profile. You see AP top, AP jungle, even more AP here, and Twitch is also going to go AP, so I will go for Mercury Threads. Singed will not be allowed to play. I will do my best to just deny him this crash in the lane, and I constantly enforce trades onto him while zooming away. You see, now if he would get ever so close, he would get completely obliterated. So now I'm trying to zone him from EXP. He's not allowed to go close. But hold up, let's take a pause again. What is the next goal on our screen? We have this spawning in 21 seconds. So what do we want to do? Ideally, we keep this state here. We keep the wave state as long as possible until this spawns, and then we use this entire slow pushing wave to our advantage. Because take a look, we have double cannon. This will push into them. So we slow push this as slow as possible, pick up this in 21 seconds, and crash it into the tower, potentially looking for a dive. So what do we have to do to achieve this? We have to poke him out and deny his reset as many times as possible. If that isn't an option and he just gets to go away, it is going to be okay still, because he still didn't get a single point of EXP from this position. The wave is now in the process, as you see, to slow push into him. So I need to make sure to pick up this Scorpion very soon, as I want to have the biggest wave possible crash into his tower to abuse the massive level lead. Even more so, I want to make sure that I can start poking him out in the tower with my first ability, hopefully I don't miss, and with that done, he has no chance of fighting back. Maybe next time I'll hit a spell, but you see the Scorpion is constantly throwing stones at him, while he has to fear my Q damage from range. You see, every single time I do damage to him, I just make sure to not step too close because the minions were in the tower, and now he is dead. I just ult on top of him, ignite, and walk away. The tower will be tanking, but now I have a slight problem. Before I can use my ability, I need to wait until Echo uses the second ability, so I can just go away. Now this game is officially over, and I'll explain to you why. This all comes down to itemization. I will build 2 or 3 items in this game that will completely make it impossible for the enemy team to kill me or do anything about me. So what am I gonna do? First up, I'm going to pick up Mercury Threads, granting me health regen, even more magic resistance, and reduced magic damage dealt to me. With double AP topside, I'm basically invulnerable. Only Zed can kill me. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a good look at this wave here. Many people would be like, oh, let me just crash this wave again, but no, we are going to do something even better. We have a level lead on the Singed can never touch us, we have the stronger champion, so we will take this wave, we will take it on a walk, and we wait until this thing spawns again to initiate another slow push into the enemy tower to dive this man once again because he cannot defend himself. So you see, I'm walking around, utilizing my second ability, placing a ward very far up there so I know he doesn't get some cheeky EXP, and now we just wait again. He completely lost access to the entirety of the wave and there's nothing he can do. His champion is not strong enough, and this is something in top lane that happens all the time where the jungle has to do something. But again, we're already at a point, since they are double AP topside with champions that don't deal any early game damage, they cannot do anything about this. They need a 3-man rotation to save the Singed. The alternative play for the Singed in this situation would be to rotate around the map. He can't do anything in this lane. So you see, I slow push this again. I make sure this crashes now as I pick up the Scorpion, and with the Scorpion I try to take even more from his tower. Now as he walks closer, I hopefully don't miss every single spell, which I probably will. I had one at least. And now we repeat the same thing over and over again. We try to slowly poke him out, and with that done, we deny him every ability to play. We continuously do this, we poke him out, we do not overcommit because we can still die, we miss everything, so we pop the emote. We get the emote back. And now he will die again. We have Ignite, we have Ultimate, there's no way he survives, so we just walk close, see what happens, what he's gonna do, poke him again, because we have time on our hands, he can't really do anything to us. If he flips us, we just pop the ult, pop the Ignite, and he dies once again. There's nothing he can do. And this happens in so many matchups depending on the most powerful champions you play, and you can employ this tactic over and over again by abusing defensive boots, second wind, and overall champion strength. With this, the laning phase completely ends now. So now we talk about something that is very, very dear to me. The Crystal Rose event is around and it is gacha again. But to make sure you get the cheapest prices, we partnered up with the Dream for You store, and you can purchase wild cores for a lot less there. All you have to do is use the code nice one. All you have to do is use the code KIRKS10 and, well, actually it's KIRKS20 by the way. All you have to do is use the code KIRKS20 to get the cheapest price. Buyers who get more than 10,000 wild cores also get the chance of winning 3,750 wild cores and a free legendary skin. So if you're planning on buying this and you're tired of overpaying, check out the link in the description below, talk to the staff there, and they'll help you get sorted. Don't forget, if you buy more than 10,000 wild cores, you have the chance of winning 3,750 wild cores and a free legendary skin. If that isn't a deal, I don't know. So let's go back to this gameplay. Also, I'll be featuring another gameplay after this that is going to be about Kayle, and you just have to let me know how much I agreed in that one, because this game I played really well. The Kayle game, I was indeed a little piggy. So what next is going to happen? We basically wait until we see enough people, and we're constantly going to invade the Echo. The enemy Echo has no champion that can do anything, and their team is just too weak. We have a Tristana mid lane with Parasti attack, as well as me top lane as Jarvan. I am a complete unit, I'm unkillable. As I said earlier, only the Zed can kill me, and with the Zed not being strong in the game, there's simply no chance. So now, as my Shyvana, I told her in voice comms that she should kill top wave, I want to accelerate the game even more and go around the map. So this time I just make sure to accelerate my lead, pick up a free kill on that one, see another kill for my Tristana. I just want to get the assist and give my Tristana some gold into the pocket. While the Cinch on the other side of the map, he's not worth any gold, so there's no point of me doing anything here, so my Shyvana might as well take enemy topside camps, as well as enemy top wave, while I continuously bully the enemy jungle, force him to just use smite and run away. Because I'm the one that is completely free on the map, I've already crushed my lane, and I can use this to accelerate the entire game continuously. Now, oh, he just got himself killed. Okay, I will show you why he got himself killed. Okay. So, Echo has a third ability. If he uses his third ability, I can just dash after him because he can't escape anymore. So this is the indicator for me that I can just go in and just jump on him, ult on him. Now he is forced to ult, so technically speaking, my Tristana shouldn't jump over because he's just jumping back over the wall. So he has to flash over to get the kill. But yeah, you see the idea behind this. If they use a crucial spell, after that crucial spell goes on cooldown, they simply get killed. And there's not much they can do about this because of the champion they have and the relative strength of this. Now, what will I be doing the rest of the game? With my resources completely depleted, I have to go home. But now I'm so strong, I can basically force anything for my team. I can be the frontline, I can be the assassin, I can be anything my team needs me to be. So rather than running down Singed on cooldown and trying to hit the tower, I can again utilize my lead to look for potential plays, depending on what my team wants to do. You see my bot lane is pushing, they have a bounty on the top side of the map, so I don't want to give that for free. So what I'm going to do, I'm waiting for Zed to be shown on the map, and now there's a secret. So you see Zed walking up here, right? Now take a good look as my character walks closer. You see, now I know, because this is glowing, that he's on top, so I can just go on him. And I'm dealing so much upfront damage and nice avoidance of my ultimate, and he could have won this if he was prepared for this. I think he could have actually won this and killed me. But now I pick up my lovely Scorpion, pick up my fruit on the way as well. My Tristana is doing a little rotation again, because if there's no Zed on the map, Tristana has no enemy that can do anything to her. And all I have to do is slow him down, look at him for a tiny bit. He can do some fancy combo. He nearly survived. If he flipped the Tristana a tiny bit differently, he could have actually survived, which would have been a massive thing. But now, since I'm so tanky, I can just jump in. There's nothing they can do. They lack the items to deal with me, and I'm completely itemized against these champions. And now I'll make it even harder, because I'll completely go over the entire map and make sure to push the other side of the map while my Tristana is pushing topside. With my Tristana also having exhaust available, there should be no world in which the Zed has a single chance of killing the Tristana. And apparently she didn't even need the exhaust. So the enemy is in a constant state of having to constantly force plays, which they can't maintain. We have the wallets, we have the champions. By the way, I'm not waiting for full item, in case you're wondering, what is this guy doing right now? I'm just waiting for full item. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough gold, so I have to be a little piggy bank and wait for the gold in base. I've finally acquired my full item. Now it's time. And again, this tournament is a very interesting one, with people having to pick champions that other people give them, so you have to constantly adapt your draft, and as well as making sure you don't pick too many power picks in the same game, because if you do, you lose all the other power picks in the next game, and then you make it very hard for yourself, because it's a best of 3 series, and you need to make sure to win. And now we have a big play on my Tristana up there, and I can just go in and enjoy my time, waiting for the enemy team to do something. I just don't take any damage, as you see. Blitzcrank is completely smurfing on them, and look at the Cinch, he's zooming, but I will get him with the EQ flash combo. Got him! Usually I always fail this, by the way. I always fail this. It never stops. I always do. It's actually crazy. And with them dead, we can now set our eyes onto Nashor. I just have to tank it, so my Shyvana deals so much damage to it with their third ability. With that done, we'll just quickly take this, and then we can do whatever we want again. We have 2 dragons, which means we have a setup for the soul, so my Tristana just pushes one more wave side lane, we can just reset, we can prepare something again, we can take enemy camps. But now we have a massive spike again, we have DD completed, so Zed can't kill us anymore, the Twitch on-hit damage is also a little bit lower. We also have a lot of extra healing since we also, we are not running Triumph by the way, we are running Brutal for the laning power. And again, the enemy is in a desperate situation, they need gold, they go for this tower up there, so I will do the same and I'll try to deny them, jump on them, and the damage my champion does to them is a little bit high, whereas the damage to me is literally 0. And again, you might see like, oh, they're not trying anymore, but the thing is, they're already at a point where they can't win. They can only win right now if we mess up. With current WildRift, it's kinda tough because normally the game should be over already, but it doesn't work like this. In many scenarios, the game will be dragged out, and if we start feeding away shutdowns, it will be absolutely terrible for us because they can win. So it is completely on us to lose the game, and to mitigate the chances of doing so, itemization against certain damage comps is definitely a factor that you need to take a look at. And if you want to learn more about itemization, just let me know. We still have the itemization guide coming, don't worry, we are still on it. And we'll get you sorted. Well, all I can tell you is you need to take a look at more, you need to purchase defensive boots a lot more often and understand how broken they are compared to damage boots and generally what items these key itemization things can do for you. Also rune wise. Killing the Twitch. Now having some fun with the Echo. The Echo is going to run away, but we'll run him down, but we'll be doing one thing that many people will be like, no. But we will actually let him live. I had him once, and then I will actually just let him live. His death doesn't matter anymore, he gets to survive, the Twitch got killed, the punishment has been served, my Blitzcrank is zooming down there to maybe pick up another kill, but yeah, not the case. Meanwhile, Tristana is ending the game on the other side of the map, and we are making our way to the mid lane or the dragon. Not much to do right now, my team is absolutely smurfing it, I have a big lead, I try to transition my lead to the other lanes, but in the next game it's going to be a lot closer since I'm forced to pick a very weak champion, but luckily in this tournament, don't forget people are forced to play champions that they're told to and have to select a few champions. It is very often the case that people have don't have a lot of experience. Look at this guy, I don't want to ignite. No, he's running away, but he doesn't survive. Got him! And now it's completely over for them if my team understands what they have to do. My Tristana died mid lane, somebody has to defend the top lane, because otherwise they might just race us to the end and we might end up losing if we're not actually paying attention. Zed is the only one that does damage to me, so I have to still keep that one in mind. Other than this, I don't take any damage at all, so I'm not going to risk it. My team cleaned up their push, because in many games, exactly this play is the play that could make you lose or win the game by just going side lane, which is usually called rage splitting. This rage splitting is a strategy that many people believe is inting, but at the same time it's not really inting at the same time as it is inting as well. Ooh, GACHA in the backline collecting Il Veiga. And with that, this game is an absolute wrap. From start to finish, in the mid game we got a little bit weaker, but in the early game we completely showcased how you have to play as Jarvan if you want to play top lane or generally top lane, and how you go for trades, how you design your trades, and how you pick your runes. For example, top lane, Grasp and Second Wind is simply key. And now we'll take a look at the after game screen, how much my runes actually did, and how broken they truly were. 20k damage. Runes selected. That was too fast. No, we need to go back again. It's over. Get here. So since we didn't really play much against the Singed anymore, this didn't get much value. The most value of this happened during the early game, because Singed Poison works in the following way. It deals damage over time, so every single time it ticks, it refreshes this here. So if I start with the Ruby Crystal, it provides me with a goddamn giga high value. Next to this for top lane, we take this rune to empower our trades, this rune as well, and we can take this rune or, for example, Bloodline. But yeah, this is the typical top lane setup where it's just very important to have this, this, and this. I mean, this makes it even better. But all these runes are so broken for top lane that you really need to take a look at them. But now, let's talk about the Kayle game. We are playing Kayle against Tito. This time I have the recording of the scoreboard. There are a few issues this game. First up, I'm going to break it down to you. First up, I thought I'm against Sion, okay? I'm against Sion. So I took Longsword and I take Bone Plating. Because Second Wind doesn't really do too much against Sion for me, because I will not really interact with him too much. But against Teemo, I'm in a big pickle right now. And I'll tell you why. So in this freeze frame, what is wrong? First up, I have Longsword and I should have Second Wind. Otherwise, I have no ways of surviving against Teemo. Because why? Teemo as a champion features a lot of damage. Compared to his League PC counterpart, he has the poison on his passive and he can skill the blind on level 1. So his damage potential is absolutely insane. So what does he have to do? He can just run at me at level 1 and completely poke me out and consistently fight me and make sure I can't approach here. He can just sit in his bush here and completely zone me from XP and I can't do anything about this. It is a completely unplayable matchup, but only if the Teemo exactly knows what he has to do, because otherwise I can still win. There's another thing as well that we see in this game is, again, it's a very heavy AP focused team, even this guy, because if he picks up Thornmail, the most damage he will deal is actually from the Thornmail magical damage. And the other damage he has, for example, from his second ability is also magical, and I rarely will get hit by the first ability, so that is something to keep in mind. So Maw will be a very broken item this game. So ideally I should obviously hit the minion with my E, but I'm a little piggy, this was the first game. And some little accidents happen. We take those though, we take those. Look at this little Teemo, blinding me, running at me. And you see the damage he dealt to me. He can do this level 1 the entirety of the time. There's nothing I can do against this. I have to hope that he hits me, so the wave pushes into a good position, so I can get at least local XP. Because I really have to hope that he messes up, because I can't do anything in my own power to survive this. So in this matchup, I would even say maxing my first ability is a solid thing to do, because I cannot rely on auto attacks and I need my Q to actually access wave and deal some poke damage. And otherwise I just have to chill back and do nothing. -1 cannon. He tanks the turret. We have a chance. We get some gold into our pockets. We are now also level 4. He's close to level 5. If he makes a mistake, we can play. But he's realizing after blinding he has to run away, because we might run him down. And yeah, we get as much gold as we can. And hopefully we see him make a mistake. This should also never happen. We should never be able to get the Scorpion, because the Scorpion is such a big difference maker in this matchup. I cannot hope to clear the Scorpion as a Kayle, and actually having it against Teemo is a massive advantage for me. I get blinded here, I deal some good damage to him, but now he gets closer and closer to an actual lethal range, which should never be the case. I get some free auto attacks onto him, and he gets closer and closer to death, but I just want to scare him away. I don't want to fully commit. I want to see what happens, what he does, and then kill him when the time is right. Because now, if he walks up, I can just insta-kill him with my E. Boop. He didn't know about the bonus damage I deal, and now I can access the platings for free. Meanwhile, El Viegor is in the river, so my Wukong has to just run away. So right now, Wukong should not dash here, he should just run away. He should also not try to fight against Viegor, because Viegor Jungle Clay is 50 times faster. You can't contest anything against Viegor, especially as a Wukong. You always lose. Now I've lost my ultimate ability, which makes my life substantially harder since I lost the tools to defend me. But I am blessed, I am safe, because they do the biggest mistake they can do. They should never ever in their life send Sion against me. That is a massive mistake. Because against Sion I can actually play. Against Teemo I can't do anything. Literally nothing. And now the secret technology is revealed. My champion is now a champion. Because take a look at my items. I have a BF Sword and Gluttonous Grease. My champion finally does damage. So Sion needs to be really careful when he fights me. He hits me with a fully charged Q, but it doesn't really matter. Since I don't have ult, I do not want to just run at him, because if he just ults me and auto-attacks me, I might just die. If I have ult, it's completely no threat at all. I place this ward to avoid his Q. Now I try to debate him. He pops the Scorpion, but he can't really kill me. He gets the AoE healing from other lanes, because Hextech toolkits are cool. My god, it was difficult. We get the Sion kill, my Wukong picks up a freebie. And we just make sure he doesn't fully clear the wave, so he loses the cannon. Viego is on the other side of the map, so we get prime access to some free platings. The goal of this game is to permascale, but my team is getting absolutely shafted right now. They just killed, and we have a Jhin mid. We need some time to scale. We need to make sure that we actually reach the point. The Titor is turning around. We turn around on him, but now I'm a piggy. I flash too late. It's over, and I die. If I play this better, and if I flash earlier, he just dies. At best, or at worst, it's 1-for-1. Which it probably should be, unless I level up from that kill. But yeah, he doesn't get to live, which is a massive difference. Viego on the other side of the map completely wreaking havoc. And it's time for us to pick up our lovely Scorpion friend. Getting closer and closer to the terminus, the promised power spike. And but that life becomes so much easier because we have so much more damage. LT to blinds us, you see the damage he does to us, it is quite insane. And we just try to deal some little damage back, some little love taps into his direction, but we really can't do much. Because you see, he can just walk after us. And now the Corquito comes and we die, we're getting picked up. It's fine, my team will probably get Dragon as a consequence for this. Because they committed the package down here. It's not too much of a problem that I died twice, it is to be expected, I have to just accept reality. And rather than walking to my lane, I'm just walking towards mid lane to see if I can maybe make a proactive play, since I'm already not too weak. But sadly, Viego knows that I'm here, so now we start the fiesta. Sadly, we miss the second ability. I get one pickup here, but then I fall and my team has to suffer the consequences for my mistakes. Now I've chain died like an absolute griefer, but the game is still winnable. Our champions are very unique in the way they function. We have a Sona with an AoE stun, we have a Swain with AoE damage, Wukong with AoE knockup, and my ult with invulnerability and AoE damage as well. While we have a hyperscaling Jhin, and they all just need to get more Mortiers. And this item is so unbelievably unbalanced that it should get nerfed, but it will never get nerfed. Need to respect the enemy rotation here. Zara walks around the corner, will take away a big portion of my HP bar in an instant. And we are now investing into the survival stocks. First Hex Drinker acquired, making life a lot easier since enemy doesn't do true damage to us anymore. Teemo is rotating to the other side of the map, so we get to face the Sion again. Sion again can't really do too much against us, we just kill him if he walks up, and he needs assistance to get anything done. I need to be mindful that I don't get caught again. But dying for an objective bounty would be an okay thing to do. Because it's just simply so much gold, right? And there's nothing up on the map. If the Viego appears here now, I will just accept death. Okay, he was waiting here again. I can try, but yeah, Viego is so fast in his shroud that I have no chance of survival. I will die, it is okay. My team will probably get the top lane tower for this. I'll skip again. They didn't. I'm 1-4-2. But we are scaling. We are scaling up to a point at which we can win. Because now, look at the map, we still have bounties available. And now you'll see my gold absolutely skyrocket. The biggest mistake I've done this game, apart from not flashing early on the Tito on the tower, was actually going mid lane. I should have stayed side and just continuously hope that I'm facing Sion. And with that I just completely stomp him as the game goes on, because he can't defend himself against me. That hits me? Yeah, sure, pal. And you see, I do damage to him, and now El Corquito comes, but my Wukong is shadowing me, so we just one-tap them. We get one down, I pop the ult just to be safe, I probably didn't even have to, we get the double kill. We're getting so much more gold, I get to farm damage as well, Pog. Wukong? You just stole the cannon from me, GG. But now you see the gold is going to rapidly increase. My Wukong gets to deny enemy jungle camps while we already have one dragon, so these dragons are not worth anything for us, we just rather take these bounties, so the enemy is making a massive mistake of actually going for the dragon rather than denying us the bounties, because the gold we gain is so much more important than the stupid dragon. Because if you look at my gold right now, it's close to 10k. I've chain died, and I'm close to 10k gold. El Coquito, Wukong, hello. I will not flash. I got exhausted, but we get a trade kill. All good for me. Moving this over here. Now I pick up a Maw, and after Maw I'll go Riftmaker. And after Riftmaker, the best item I can go for is Blade of the Ruined King. The question is why? I don't have enough AP to buy another useful AP item, so I'd rather buy Blade, because I already have a decent amount of AD. And this way life will be a lot easier for me since I have more sustain, more attack speed, pop the ult here into the backline, get a free kill on the Viego, and my Wukong can just run down the Corki with the power of his champion. Meanwhile, the Jinster in the side lane is having some trouble with El Sion, and El Tito makes his appearance, and I try to do as much damage as possible, but sadly, I don't gain shield from hitting shrooms. It's Jover. Look at the ape running above me. I'm dead. Now, I'll face Sion again. I have QSS, I hope I time it right. I'm a piggy after all, maybe I don't. Sion is probably in the top brush up there, so I just Q up there. Yep, he was, and I just avoid his Q hitbox and try to go for the top lane tower. If they send multiple people to me, my team has a high chance of going to Nashor. If they don't, I just get the tower in front of Sion because he can't defend himself. Ideally though, I'd rather recall and pick up my Riftmaker. Another mistake, I bought an Amplifying Tomb when it should have been either a longsword or a dagger. Quickly putting my camps on cooldown here, at least one. Finding the Sion. Now it's time to do some Sion. Sion with bone plating, big mistake. Never run bone plating on this champion. Go second wind. It's absolutely busted on this champion. And you see, I do a significant amount of damage to that guy. I don't want to ult, I don't want to fully commit. I don't know where Tito is. Ah, hello Tito. Now I can turn around, flash away from the knockup, kill at least one, and run away. I got to keep my ult as well, so even if Viego comes, I can stall for some time. Viego is in the mid lane, they get engaged on. Wukong is picking up a free kill as it seems. And the Sion survives my combo. But now I'll take down this tower, and there's not much he can do against this, as you've already seen. And now I'll try to go for the next wave, look at enemy jungle camps, because I want to take away everything I can. They don't deserve anything. And we see the Viego now. I yell at my Wukong, come here, don't run away, fight. And I even waste my ult. Just being extra sure, because this will allow us to probably gain double the objective. Now Sign is trying to come here, he doesn't have the tools to defend himself, so El Swain and I are going to hit the Sign for a tiny bit. El Tito is also trying to make the best of the situation, but he really can't, he can't reach. And because the enemy team is so heavily magical, I think I'll build Wit's End next, the Overblade, in this game. I think Blade would have overall been better, but I just went for Wit's End. Next wave on bot lane is going to get cleared by me. Ideally, I get the next red buff as well, since it's very broken on my champion. And we are filthy rich. We are swimming in gold after what has happened to us. I'll probably sell my Amplifying Tomb for Wit's End right now, if I remember correctly. I'm waiting a bit of gold. I'm thinking. I'm waiting on gold. Okay, I have the gold. Yeah, I'm stupid. I just wasted so much time. But yeah. And now, since we have Nashor, keep that in mind. We are running down mid lane. Nice W by the Jhin. And they can't really defend themselves here. Would really love for somebody to tank the tower so I can just run at them like some angry gamer. It's time to run deep into the backline and fight, hit them for the damage, but sadly we don't get them killed, unfortunately. Just is like a piggy. And now we set our eyes on the Elder. We take one inhib and now we go for Elder. We spot the Viego, so we just run him down. He has no way to escape. Yep, he's dead. Now the Wukong just needs to keep on chasing. Wukong has Yuumu's Ghostblade, so Viego can't escape. Will not have another E ability ready in time, so it's an absolute free kill pickup, and with him dead, we get an absolutely free Elder Dragon. Yeah, I can't move. Maybe next season I'm allowed to move. Jungle secures the Elder Dragon. Chases after them, knocks them all up. He should be completely fine on his own. He has Elder and is very strong in the backline. Has more ore as well, so there's no chance the enemy survives. And we can just end the game through mid lane. But can you imagine who dealt the most damage this game? Who do you guess? You have a few seconds until you witness the reality of you being right or wrong. So let's take a good look. We have the most damage by far. I think I also look at the runes. Yeah, look at the runes here. Giga high value, especially since I fit sound so much. Biggest mistake again from a macro perspective. There's multiple mistakes. If you play in a controlled environment and you see enemy top lane is Kayle, and you're for example Teemo, your jungle pass for the Teemo and you dive Kayle on cooldown. Kayle can never play this game, it's impossible. Teemo will get so fat that Kayle is consistently one shot, and it's completely over for you. And with that, we're at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It would help me a lot. So do yourself and myself a favor, like the video and comment. And if you want to save on skins, especially during the Crystal Rose event, make sure to check out the link in the description below. Use discount code KIRKS20. And with that, you have an easy time saving so much money rather than wasting it buying overpriced skins. So yeah, have a beautiful day, and we'll see each other very soon.